was an interesting weekend of action. Obviously, not the Premier League, but the FA Cup. The fourth round gave us, some interesting action. We did not really see much upset, but they progressed pretty much how we expected it. And I know, Victor, this is not a argument episode, but there was a lot to say about the level of officiating in the Aston Villa versus Newcastle game. I mean, there was a red card that should have been given, a penalty that should have been given, a goal that should not have been allowed. What do you think about the level of officiating in that game, Victor?
Yeah, it was terrible. It was below sea level. Barely any major decision was correct. Barely. VAR is obviously here to stay, and not having it available sometimes kind of goes to show that, as we've said so many times on Varguments episodes, it's not the system that's the problem at its core, it's the people and the consistency. Now it seems like a lot of refs cannot handle the pressure without the safety net that VAR brings, and it makes for really frustrating viewing.
Yeah, true. It was really frustrating. I mean, especially for the Villa fans. But oh well. Moving over to you again, Max. All Premier League sides, with the exception of Burnley, progressed to the fifth round of the FA Cup. I mean, does this in any way confirm what we already know, that Burnley really deserved the drop in the Premier League?
I mean, when you lose to a League One team at home in cup game, even in cup games, it's a terrible result, and we already knew that they're pretty much out of the Prem for the next season. But this result, even despite the stats, because obviously they destroyed them in terms of stats, but they just couldn't score against League One team. Basically, I was a bit thinking about if somehow they can still be in the league, because they've shown some promise in some games, but after that result, they're done.
It's very ironic that you say that with that shirt on after Grimsby.
Right.
But we're in
I was
top
wondering
4,
why
it's okay.
You will
Fair
never
point.
live that down. You and Man United will never live down Grimsby.
Fair point. And back to you again, Victor. What do you make about Salah's statement saying that if Liverpool are to win the FA Cup, it will depend on Szoboszlai's performances?
I mean, it's a bit odd seeing Salah give so much credit to someone other than himself, right? But he's absolutely correct this time. Szoboszlai has obviously been Liverpool's best player this season, and I don't even want to think where they would be without him and without Ekitike. I don't know if Liverpool can go all the way to win the FA Cup. It would obviously be nice, and it's the easiest route to a trophy that they have this season. But let's not forget, it's not just Szoboszlai that will be crucial for them in the FA Cup. Curtis Jones has had a good season. Cody Gakpo will probably come into play more and more as they go through the competition. So it's absolutely right to praise Szoboszlai, but it's not just him that has been at the forefront for them in the FA Cup.
Fair enough. And back to you, Max. Seeing how all the games progressed and all the, in quotes, all the big boys progressed, are we more than likely to see one or two heavyweight clashes in the next round?
Well, we already have 10 teams from Prem, including the next round, and also most likely Brentford is going to join them tonight, so we'll have at least 11 teams from Prem. That means at least 3 head-to-heads are going to be Prem only, even if there's 5 randomly Championship and Prem teams, so we have at least 3 games between Prem sides only, and there's quite a big chance that some of the big boys will face each other. So I'd say we're going to have at least one heavily fighting clash, and also at least 2 Prem-sided teams, so it's going to be an interesting match there for sure.
Definitely. It promises to be interesting, that's for sure. And Victor, on the final note, do you have any bold prediction or predictions ahead of the next round?
I think my biggest prediction is that the FA is going to take the piss out of the draw. They're going to put Liverpool against some tough Prem opposition again, and Man City get Mansfield or Wolves.
Yeah, Max, your take on that one.
I guess not specifically for the next match day, but rather than 2, for example, I'd say that out of what I've seen, I feel like Norwich is definitely finishing above every other Championship team that is still in competition, as I mentioned last week, by the way. And also I would say that I feel like Arsenal is going to relegate in next or in 2 rounds.
Right. For me, I think I share the same sentiment with Victor that City will get Mansfield or maybe Wolves. I don't know why, but I think Arsenal will play Liverpool or Chelsea. I think Arsenal will play
Then it
Liverpool or
makes sense
Chelsea.
by my
And,
prediction.
no,
Yeah, exactly.
we are beating either side. I'm not worried about either side. Bring on Liverpool or Chelsea, to be fair. But I think Arsenal will get a big game in the next round. But yeah, we'll wait and see. One thing we do know that is that the FA Cup, has gotten to the business end, and right now there are no small teams anymore. So it promises to get very exciting, and it will be here to give all the best talking points as they come.